We will today be talking about Naba, basically understanding the important features of the programs offered at Naba, the campus features, and what Naba holds for the students, and then most importantly, the programs. And then again, we will talk about the eligibility criteria and the admission requirements that are required for the students to come to Naba, and also the tuition fees. Also, I have, included some information about the upcoming courses of Naba that will be offered from the fall intake, that's September 2025. So here we start first with the orientation video. The orientation video will give you an introduction or a brief understanding of what is Naba, how the campus looks like, and how what is the feel of the students, how they are over there. So just running the video. Okay. So basically, when we talk about Naba, it's talk about studying in Milan or studying in Rome. Studying in Milan means basically, I just wanted to, start from here is because this is the most important, unique selling point about Naba, that we are located strategically. We are located right in the heart of the city of Milan, because of which we have the possibility for our students to be involved with a lot of projects with companies that are headquartered over there. And these are all the top design companies that allows our students to basically also also understand what are the important type of processes or design trends and how to work on them. Okay, so that's important, and that's the reason we are also able to get the possibility for the students to get to visit these studios. Am I audible, everyone? A little louder, you're telling, Deepa,
Yes,
right?
you are.
Yeah, you are audible, but if you can just speak a little louder.
Am I audible now?
Yes, it is better now.
Okay, perfect. So basically, when the students get a chance, they are able to be involved in a lot of projects with these studios and brands and companies. So that's one important benefit that we have being there. But I will just give you a brief understanding also why it is important to be in the heart of the city. So if I go ahead and tell you the reasons, one is we are in the city, which is very much the international capital of fashion, design, and art. Now, when we talk about fashion or arts, it's arts because there are many museums, there are many cultural events which are actually also a major part of the economy. So, the students are also able to be a part of these events and these in all the trends and festivals and events that happen through the art galleries and museums over there. And also Milan being the city of fashion, there are four most important and famous fashion weeks that happen over there, and they are the trend changers for the especially I would say in fact for the entire world, wherein they start from Milan and they go on to Paris and then London, and then it also goes on to NY, then it also comes to the rest of the world. So the trend starts from there. In fact, these fashion weeks are all about the ready to wear collections that are there for men, women, um, and for the luxury wears. And then after that, also, it is also important for the design students who are looking into being interior designers or product designers or innovative designers. It's because the Salone di Mobile, which is one of the most, again, international event that happens in the week over there during April time. It is one of the international events. In fact, there are many renowned designers from all over the world. That includes India as well, who visit the International Design Week, which is the Salone di Mobile. Reason so that they are able to understand what are the current trends and what are the upcoming trends that will be the main mark or the benchmark that we have to reach up to. So because it helps them to also get introduced to different type of new innovative materials that may be suitable for their type of projects. And these are not only internal projects. I'm talking about, like, not only small space of apartments. I'm talking about big projects that can be also for township designing. So these are the type of projects that are displayed over there. And then studying in Rome, I would clearly tell you that the Milan campus is the hugest one. It's 23,000 square meters. The idea is also because Milan has all the facilities and the features, and it's more than 40 years old. The Rome campus was built, I think, approximately 8 years back, and it is around 4,500 square meters. But we are again in one of the most liveliest city in Rome as well. It is basically, which is the Ostinacy district, and we are actually in a Milan and a Rome campus. Both are actually historical structures. And but being Rome being the most famous archaeological, historical, and social heritage, we are also able to take advantage of that. There's one more important thing which is very interesting for our Rome students. It is also for fine arts, it's one of the most important hub. It's known the capital also for cinema. So, like, if students are taking a course in film and animation, or postgraduate students for costume designing, the students get a chance to work with the theater and the cinema industry over there. Now, it's also known for the city of fashion, because the commercial level of fashion is where Rome is. Like, the major commercial trends happen over there. Like, even the quite a lot of people, like some renowned elite class people of India, also make sure that they are going to Rome for their latest collection of shoppings that they want to buy. So that's how it's also known for being a prestigious hub for fashion brands. I'm just running this campus tour of both the campuses, so that you all are also able to see the features of both the campuses. One of the most important highlights in this video will be our one of its kind virtual studio, which I think is very much unique. And it is where the students get a chance to also get to work on technology and AI and all that. And most of all the courses that you will see at Naba are all focusing on working up with applied digital technology and design in a combination. So generative AI and all this is a part of the study. So I will just run this video for you to have a virtual campus tour and get a feel of the campus features.
Hi, I'm Marco. I'm from Brescia and I study cinema at Naba. Here I learned to write screenplays, shoot films, and make videos like this one. Now I'll take you on a tour of our campus, which is more or less 22,000 square meters. But don't worry, I'm not going to show you all of it. There are more than 5,000 students from 90 countries, divided into 6 areas: communication and graphic design, fashion design, media design and new technologies, set design, visual arts. This, for example, is the Fashion Design Lab. And here's...
Hi everyone, my name is Brenteo from Indonesia. Now I'm going to show you our fashion design laboratories. Here we have all of the required materials and machinery, from overlock to fabrics to sewing machines. At the end of the year, we will have an annual graduate show for all of the students.
And now let's get ready to enter an incredible place. Follow me. Just think, this is one of the very first academies in the world to have such technology. Anything can happen here. This is the virtual studio.
Conosci la motion capture?
Yes, sure. That's when you use your body to animate that avatar. In between projects?
Qui tutto diventa design sostenibile, come per esempio Ocean Nets, una rete da basket ottenuta riciclando la plastica dei mari. Qui nel lab trasformiamo le idee in progetti e in prototipi fisici.
Man, our time's almost up and I still have to show you a lot of things.
Hello, I'm Romy. I come from Switzerland, and here
We study set design for theatre, cinema, and events. How fantastic is that? Makes you want to go there. This is a visual arts lesson. Come on in.
Ciao, mi chiamo Jacopo e studio in Naba accanto a curatori e artisti di fama internazionale. Grazie a questi incontri ora sono un artista. Ho ricevuto diversi riconoscimenti e partnership.
Every day at Naba, the worlds of creativity intersect. Hi, Bianca Pao. Even during the lunch break at the corner. The communication and graphic design area trains creatives who work for major brands and international agencies.
Hi, I'm Su. I'm from Turkey. I attended the 2 years course of user experience design.
Some return to teach here to train advertisers, web designers, and editorial graphic designers who can create magazines like these. By the way, we are now in the Naba library, where we need to speak softly. Thanks to the Naba Industry Relations and Career Service Office, we get involved in Naba Design Marathons, innovation challenges where we respond to briefs from major brands in just 48 hours. And after all that, some may even feel tired. But at the end of the day, the reward is our future.
So that was telling everything, most of it about it. So going ahead, as it was to summarize most of the things that I said, we were founded right 40 years back, more than that, in fact, in 1980. We are recognized by the Ministry of Italian Education, which is important because the degree that is given and awarded to the students from the courses offered over there are all awarded by the Ministry of Italian Education. And that's the major important reason because it's globally recognized. Students use this degree to study further, apply for jobs in other countries also if they want to, and also in case they are applying for permanent residencies, these degrees are valid for those type of support as well. And we have a very different type of approach. We focus more on research and development, wherein we allow the students to also work on flexible type of projects that they might want to do innovatively. So it's a very multidisciplinary approach they keep. So 70% of the study is more practical with a theory of 30% where lectures and the theory is developed on the modules. And we are basically having all the different type of courses in verticals of communication and graphic design, fashion design, media design and technologies, set design and visual arts. So these are the main verticals under which our courses are offered. And also our academy has been consecutively been given a QS ranking. Until now it's the 4th year. And we also have PhDs and doctoral courses. That's where we have also come up with. Then we have some special programs like summer courses, semester abroad courses, and we also have for our students which are international, we allow and give them a possibility to do exchange and Erasmus. And we are a very good strong community of 6,000 plus students, and they are coming from all different nationalities and countries. Because of this we are able to get the students to connect and help and work with their peers in a most effective way, because it doesn't put them, we try to make them in working in projects with students from different countries, because it's helped them to understand the design from every perspective. That's how we are placed. In fact, now it's not 35, but 40% international. So we are growing on the international side and very strongly. This is our latest recognition about our QS ranking, and that's keeping us on the 51st rank. These are the recognitions which we carry with us from the frame publishers for being one of the best design schools, fashion schools in the world. And then we are also awarded and recognized by Domus Magazine and Business of Fashion. Apart from this, also we hold a lot of awards and accolades and recognitions, and these come on adding. Our campuses, as I said, are very much having all the state-of-the-art facilities, and it's spread across 23,000 square meters. This is a few pictures of the campus. That's our home campus. Okay. And these are our labs. If you can see, the labs are fully equipped with all the different type of machines and technology that may be required for the students for mixing sound or laser cutting, for set designing or for CNC mining and milling or 3D printers, clay 3D printers, and also for textiles they have different type of textiles that they can work on, and they have different type of professional weaving labs for textiles. And there is they have there's a dye flower garden within the campus so that the students can use natural dyeing technology apart from working with the advanced technology. And plus we work on zero waste technology. That's important for us because this helps us to understand sustainability in a most effective way. So our campus is very, very famous for that. On top of that, there is one important thing that I've seen, that students are impressed when we speak to them about sustainability and zero waste technology being our priority, because something this is something which is majorly the future is looking at. And our main services include wi-fi's and all for the students. There are student computer rooms. We have different computer rooms, mac lab rooms, the macbook, because there are some softwares that run only on apple computers, and there are usual laptop or your computer rooms which are for the rest of the softwares that might be required for the students during their design developments and rendering techniques. Then we have our libraries, our student lounges, dining areas. There are services for career and industry relations, which allows our students to be trained and be given a possibility to personally brand it, because we connect with the students from the career service department to help them understand the job trendings, to help them create their own social media presence. Also, CV writing training sessions, mock interviews. So we prepare them to before they are able to step into the platform to even get into the internships, which are majorly important part of our every program that we are offering at Naba. Our housing services helps them with different options in housing, wherein they are able to choose from shared rooms in shared apartments or single room in shared apartments or studio apartments, depending on how their choice is. Um, then we are also working with the students on our different requirements, like for example to get accommodated and around the city, and come to understand how they should be able to get used to the daily life over there. So we have different projects for the students, like buddy project and all, wherein some students they get into connect with the new students and help them to make themselves comfortable around the campus, around the city. Also we have our personal desk of counseling, and also someone who would want to have a discreet discussion with some for psychological issues or something. We definitely help the students to take those services as well. What are academic offerings? I would just give you a brief here. We have offer Bachelor of Arts, Master of Arts. So Bachelor of Arts is 180 credits. All are 3-year courses, and they are fully equipped to allow the student to go for a Master of Arts title, because they have specializations, and they are basically also fully recognized, wherein the student may want to go for further studies in other countries. These bachelors are valid for that. That goes same for a Master of Arts title. The students can very much take a pathway of a PhD or to use this 120 credits to apply for permanent residencies, or those type of things as well. um, we also offer 1-year masters, which are famous, and this list also has 3 more new courses actually, which I have purposely not added, so that I'm when officially it will be added, I will definitely be putting it in the list, but you will get more information on that. I will also be talking about the 3 new academic master courses very much in the slides ahead. But going back to the Bachelor of Arts and the Master of Arts, 3 years and 2-year courses, the Bachelor of Arts is offered in 2 intakes, October and we have a spring intake also for it. And we have the Master of Arts 2 year courses also in October, which is the fall intake, and spring intake is our February intake. So we also have these courses in the Feb intake. So there are two intakes for these courses. And if you are able to see, they are both, all these courses offer in the English track, and also for EU students, they offered in the Italian track. We don't have to worry about the Italian track, but only the English track is for the international students. And if you see, we have mentioned specifically which campuses these are offered. So the details are mentioned that it can be taken in the Milan campus or it can be taken in the Rome campus. The students can do that, and they have a possibility also to take a transfer in the second year in the other campus accordingly if they want to. The academic masters, which are the 1 year master degrees, are 60 credits. They again are professional degrees and are fully recognized by the Ministry of Italian Education, like the bachelor's and the 2 year MA title courses. But these are not fully masters. That's, you have to always remember one thing, that full masters needs minimum 120 credits. 90 credits also are not enough or sufficient. 60 credits will allow the students to fully work professionally in anywhere in the world. They will be able to apply for jobs and apply for any type of professional position with this degree easily, because this degree is having a recognition. But they would not be able to use these for PhDs, or they will not be able to use this to fully apply for PRs, because they PR also requires minimum 120 credits. So this is one thing, but these are again having internships. The bachelors have internships, the Master of Arts have internships, and even the 1 year masters have internships. So I'll talk about the research degrees, but we are just supposed to introduce to them in terms of telling you all that, we have artistic PhDs, but we are not having the process of counseling for this. And there is no, I suppose there is no benefit for these type of programs if you're recruiting. So I don't think there is any point, but the PhD department only takes over for connecting with the students if you have any. Other courses, as I said, semester broad, summer courses are there, and don't worry about whatever else is there. But if you can see, there is a foundation course. We do have foundation like other schools, but our foundation is not mandatory. Our students are able to take a foundation only for a level if they are not able to show their standard of eligibility for the bachelor's study. So in that case, we propose the student to go for a foundation. I will talk about that in depth when the slide comes. But first, let's move on to the next in depth on the bachelor's courses. We have comic and storytelling, which is actually a new course. It was actually born from the graphic design and art direction course, which is a flagship and a very old course that we had run from Naba. The idea was to create more of an illustrative program wherein the students are able to work on different type of illustrative platforms and create all the different comic developments digitally as well as physically as well on the books, like superheroes from manga or Mickey Mouses from the comic strips and indie comics. They all are able to work on this type of major topics and narratives to create their visual storytelling, or understanding, and also understanding how to create a narrative with them. So understanding the characters or creating the characters and the visual sequences is what they learn from here. Going ahead, we have graphic design and art direction, which I said is a flagship course. Basically, these if you notice, this program is offered in the Milan and Rome campus, but there it is a full program by itself. But if you are coming to Naba, you will see that our traditional programs have specializations from the second year. Can you see the specializations mentioned here? So, but there are some very focused courses like comic design, which will be fully, the main course only for the entire 3 years. There will be no specialization. But in graphic design and art direction, and a few other, most of the other courses, you will see the specialization is there. So we have brand designing, creative direction, and visual design. These are the three specializations that the students can choose from the second year of the study. So, but most of it is the fundamental part of understanding and the basics that are required for all these three important specializations is covered in the first year. Okay, it's very important that they cover all this in the first year, because then they are able to move into their specific field of specializations in a best possible way. This is very important, guys. I'll tell you something. We have a certificate course here, which is based on this first year. So I'll just take you there also. It's a special course that we run. So, but the specialization then takes them into their major elective subjects and modules, and also their internships, and in the final year they are able to complete their final project also, based on the specialization that they take. So this is one important thing that they do. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention one important or feature about the courses at Naba. All the courses at Naba that I showed in all the three levels: bachelor's, postgraduate 2 years, and 1 year master's degree. So all these courses have a 1 year stay back after completing the study. These 1 year stay back is for job seeking, which allows the student to switch from student visa to a work permit. And this is not only confined to Italy. They have the possibility to apply for jobs in the other Schengen countries, European provinces, and since the degree is globally recognized, they will be, as I said, they can apply anywhere in the world. So this is one important thing that is important for the students, because they will definitely ask this. Going ahead, we have bachelor's in design. Now, what this teaches again is in the first year, the fundamental basics, which are very important to create a foundation for them. Okay, to work on either interior design or product design or product and innovation design, which will be the specialization options that the student takes from the second year. Now, also based on the specialization, if you see, there are the Milan and Rome campus, Milan campus, Rome campus. So they will be then moved into that specialization accordingly. Or if, for example, if they start in the Milan campus, if they take product and innovation design, they will then in the second year move to the Rome campus. So, yeah. You have a question? Okay, perfect. So here they learn all about creating design for spaces, objects. They are also able to work on different technology, digital tools, rendering techniques, materials, and then also working on creating the cultural artifacts, and also understanding how to work on different methodologies of design for furnishings, design for spaces, lighting design, light design. So everything, art direction. So most of these important topics are covered here. And in the end, they have to create their own collection of, important prototypes as well. And again, in this case also, all the programs are, as I said, 70% practical part. So the students are involved with a lot of real collaborative projects with companies. We are able to do this because Nava has cultivated more than 900 plus companies network, and we are able to use them or activate them for the workshops and projects and internships that the students are able to do during their study at Naba. So all the courses, by default, you will have to keep in mind that this will be a part of the important part of their features of the program, real collaborated projects, which are practically the major part of their study. Then we have fashion design. Again, in fashion design, you can actually, the last fashion design management can be removed, because I'll tell you the reason later, but there are two specialization for now in this case. One is fashion design and one is fashion styling and communication. Again, from the second year, the students get a chance to be involved with practical company projects. But they can move into fashion styling and communication from the second year. The reason is not everyone wants to only work on apparels or construct garments only or work on pattern making. They want to get into more working with the styling, the visual merchandising or communication, visual branding or strategic brand management and all that. So they are able to move into that in the second year. So that's the reason we have the students to look into two specialization, either get into entirely into the apparel development and construction of garments in fashion design, or fashion styling and communication can be their option to move into as a major pathway in the second year. Now, I'll tell you why we have removed fashion design management is because we created a new course by itself, which is fashion marketing management. Now, this course is specifically fully working on supply chain management. It's also working on the digital communication skills. Then also working on, say, designing of strategic processes related to the new demands of the industry, luxury, development of different luxury markets and all that. So basically, the students are focusing on these topics. Fashion buying is also one of that, so that they are able to work on entrepreneurship in the management of fashion industry. So that's there. If I go back to the this course, I will also tell you one important thing, which can be you all can note it down, because something that you might ask me later. But and it may be not everything cannot be commonly put in eligibility criteria when we come into design applications. So comic design and visual storytelling, when we are applying definitely the basic eligibility criteria may remain the same, but portfolio is important. So that is where it moves a little into different directions. So in comic design and visual storytelling, we will need some basic portfolio from the students, wherein they are able to give us some character designing or illustrative designs, or if they have done some designing on Canva or something, some basics, so that we are able to understand if what is their design thinking. The same goes for graphic design. If they have done some illustration or some logo design or something, we would be happy to look into those projects. This can be the portfolio that the students have put together. When you ask the students, especially undergraduate students, like have come out from 12th grade, they are very they think too subtle. They are too subtle about themselves. Basically, they have the work, they have done some artwork, but when you ask them, do you have a portfolio, they will say, I don't have a portfolio. What am I supposed to do? At that point, you can tell them one thing, that you might have done some creative work, something illustrative, some sketches, some collage making, anything in art, or have you done something in Canva? So they will say, yes, I've done it. Yes, yes. Then they start recollecting. Okay, please compile that, because that's where you have created everything. Then they will tell you that that can be mediocre. It can be very, not matching to the, requirement that the school has. Tell them that we want to see that, and that let the school decide, or let the preliminary preview team decide. We can have a look at everything, and then we can help them compile it together. And we are doing that currently. We are actually undergraduate students who are not who are lost in those situations. We help them to compile it together. So definitely we are able to help the students, but just make them realize that they do have the work. Even that goes for design. They might have, say, point 1, point 2, point 3 perspective drawings, or any development that they have done. Just tell them to put that together and submit it. For fashion design also, sometimes students create hand illustrations or hand sketches. We would be fine. Or they have created a collage or something, we would be fine. Fashion management marketing, please keep in mind, we don't need a portfolio because it's a management course. The students are not expected to do any fashion design here, so the portfolio would not be required. And you have to remind them that they will be not be working on any type of garment development or stitching or construction. It will only happen here. Okay. Then we have creative technologies. This is a course who might, for students, if you see the specialization itself tells that it's all about gaming, VFX, and 3D. Someone who might be looking at game designing, but you have to make sure that the students come and tell you if they might be very sometimes passive. I want to do game designing. So you have to tell them that you will be learning game designing and development here. The reason is because, if they are able to make the design, they have to do the part where they are able to bring that design to life. Like, for example, if they design a butterfly, they have to make sure that it flies. So that's how they will work on the entire digital techniques and virtual production techniques as well, to develop different video games, or develop different virtual reality experiences. If they take the VFX and 3D, then that will be where they will get into. So they can decide their specialization in the second year. Film and animation. Here again, we will need some character design can be submitted, or if they have created something on the Canva platform or any other digital platform, we will be able to accept that as portfolio. Film and animation, again, sometimes they have created photography, or they have created some short films or something, or they have created a photo film, which is a sequence of a story from different photos or something. We can take that as work, but nonetheless they can submit any profile story development or something that they might have done. That's okay, we can use that. This course gives a specialization either in filmmaking or animation. So this is very, very simple. But yes, they will work on from the second year either on movies and cinema, or they will be working on creating animated stories or 3D and 2D and all that. Going ahead, we have a very nice course called set design, which has now become very important in India also, because here they create sets for different type of theater and even for cinema and media industries. So the students are able to work in different type of exhibition, fashion shows, cinema, television, and they are also able to work on, say, different type of technology. Like, obviously they work on light designing, photography and all that, and they work in the performing arts industry. They also work in costume development and designing, but importantly they also work on, say, special effects, like, working on, like, for example, I'm just giving you this example. It may be quite silly, but it will help you to connect what I'm telling. For example, if it's a horror movie and the finger is coming out and blood is coming, so they work on those type of effects also. Okay, so those are the direction and production techniques that they work on. They also are able to work on managing the entire project, because in fact, every course at Naba teaches management, because it's not necessarily that a designer only will be getting instructed to work as a designer. A designer can importantly be a leader in the future. So it's very important that they know the management skills in the design project also. So that's what they will learn in every study. Painting and visual arts is none other than fine arts. So here they are able to work on the dynamics and the expressive approach towards, painting and or visual arts. And they are using a lot of techniques and methods which will help them to, create different, expressive or artistic approaches. And they are also again using technology and visual installation ideas and everything, so that the students are not from the fine arts are not left behind when we talk about technology. So here the students work on very good creative curations and all that. We These are the 2-year Master of Arts courses. User experience design, I don't have to explain this, everyone knows that user experience design is taught, how it is important, because here it's all about creativity and the strategic way it is importantly designed to have a visual of the any type of storytelling or web designing and all that. So the entire approach for user experience design is all about working with like, say, communication and also with tangible interactions. So your mobile may be also the user experience design is one of the major reason you can use a mobile, but it is also an important reason that you might be using some interactive furnitures or interactive displays and all that. So because they work on products also. So user experience design can be all about the backend part where it's working on the operative systems. But we have created one important course called, okay, here again, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the portfolio will be all about user experience design, where they're able to provide us with the different development techniques, ideation, and the wireframes, diagrams, and everything on whatever projects they have worked on. So it's important here when we talk about the Master of Arts because it's a little more expected compared to bachelors from the students. We are not very strict or very to the point sort of thing, but at least we should understand one thing, that a student who is coming in for this course knows the basics and is aware that what will be their base to start from wherever they are, because here we will start polishing their skills in a much better way. So that's important. So user experience design is 120 these are postgraduate courses, so 120 credits, and offered in both of the campuses, so the student can choose from either of the campuses. And then also internships is a part of the study out of the 4 semesters that they're there. And also the postgraduate courses will be including thesis. So in the 2 years the student will also be doing a mentor thesis, which will be important for them for the future also. So because of this thesis and also from the flexibility of the project developments, the students are able to work on their own personal research projects also, which they might want to be working on if they're interested in. Now, as I said, we also have one more course, which is, you can say, a hand in glove with user experience design. The approach of this course is more, for communication design, because it's more about corporate business oriented course. With an artistic expressive approach. The idea is that we are using technology to gain a wide range of design production. Here the idea is also to create complex communication projects. For example, this can be one example again I'm giving you. Like now, if you open Amazon, you will be popping up is the Great Indian Festival and all. So who does that? Who is communicating that from which part? So these are the visual designers who are working on the integrated system, which is highly communicative to the final user. So working on these entire systems through storytelling and all that is important. So visual design and integrated marketing communication is one of the most popular courses, in fact, with Indian students now, and it's going up so well because it's using UX, UI, interface design, AI, and all the communication technology to be more creative and artistic, but for a very, very strong business, marketing and corporate approach. So again, internships and theses are included in the studies. Interior design. Now, interior design again by itself is self-explained. We go into the advanced level wherein they are working on not only in the design for private spaces but also public spaces. Plus, if you see, we are working on a global approach on designing of cities as well. So this is where these interior design course takes us. For example, working on projects which can be parking spaces, or working on projects which can be, a social kitchen or mega kitchens, or digital cafeterias, or digital museums and all that. So this is where we are taking this course to, and it's quite conceptual, and it is quite it's having all the international approach, work on different design of spaces. Again, internships and courses are a part of study. Okay. Product and service design. Now, this Master of Arts study of 2 years is again focusing on product developments, but we have added service design here is because we want to also make students to be full scale designers, so that they are capable of not only making new products, but they are able to envision the services and work on the development and the conception of manufacturing certain products, which can be really based on the infographic or info data of the society. So basically helping them design more successful products in that way, and also using different type of materials, searching on different materials, working on sustainability and zero waste technology. So and also working on the budgeting part and all as well. So we teach management to them. So that's how they are able to be more on top of everything then. And we have a course in this courses as well. Interior design, we need a portfolio. Product design, again, we need a portfolio. Um, you don't have to worry about the portfolio part here to be explained to the students in user experience or visual design or interior design or product design, because they know if they want to get into the masters, they very much have to provide it. And if you find any difficulty, I am already helping everyone, so I'll be able to help you all as well. Then going ahead, we have a course called social design. And you have to believe me that this is one of the most good courses, and it's also very popular with our students. This course doesn't require portfolio, first of all, but still we get design students coming to study for this portfolio. Now, for interior design, we do. Excuse me, can you all mute yourself, please? Yeah. For interior design, we also get students who come from the architectural background of study, or who have done 5 years of architecture. And also for product design, we get from architectural background. But there is one important thing. Please make note of these background, because there might be some students who come to you and you say no to them. No, you may not be able to go ahead, but you would be surprised that they can go ahead. Like, for example, the product and service design, architectural students definitely can go, product design students definitely can go, but we also get civil engineering students who can go for product design. So this is a very, very good benefit if you have, like, because they want to move from civil engineering to product design, and this can be one of the places where they can shift and incline their career. It's important. Then social design also allows most of these design or non-design students to come into design studies. But social design is not fully about design. It is more about also working on innovative, sustainable, design developments. It's more about design management, wherein they are able to work on projects or on with companies, and administrative developments also. Like they are able to create or event designs, or they can create event managements, or they can work on policies for companies, design policies for the companies. And they are able to, like, for example, if I give you a scenario, like it can be like FIFA was one of the important and the most biggest event we have in the world. So social designers are very much studying and equipped to handle such big events. So you can, in other words, say social design is not only designing, but it is also management. So it's event designing, event management, because they also teach the students lighting design and product design. Every, like, lighting design they are taught because they are able to then understand how the lighting in the showrooms, or in the most important social area should look, throw the light, and the effect should be. So they are learning all those technical points as well in the studies. It's a very interesting course, and we get a lot of architects, a lot of designers, product designers, fashion designers, and all that, who want to go, an interior designer who want to go for this course. Then we have fashion and costume design, but if you notice, it's only in our Rome campus. The reason we have kept this course in the Rome campus is because, as you were seeing, the reason I was elaborating more on the campus features is because it's correlated to the courses that are there. Like fashion and costume is in only the Rome campus, but not an option in Milan campus, is because costume is a major part of Rome city, because of the cinema, and the Cinacetti cinema, and then media and theater and all over there. So the students work on different type of tailored techniques. stitches, and also on hot couture they are able to work on understanding different garments for different type of bodies and shapes, and then they are able to create costumes for gladiators and Star Wars. So that's how it is. The collections are created for that. Fashion design, again, if in this very much approach is Milan, because here they are again focusing on um, designing the prototypes and the important collections and the capsule collections for the industry. And these apparels are basically the different approaches can be for men's collection, for women's collection, or for for kids collections, as well as for the luxury collections as well. So this is a fashion design postgraduate studies. Then we have textile design only as one of the important courses. In textile design, the students work very much on the textiles, in which they are able to understand the knitwear design, the weaving and the knitting fabrics. They are able to work on different fur, leather, and they are, as I said, we have our own dye garden. So, and then we have our own professional textile labs. So the students get a chance to create their own textiles, which can be for fashion collections, which can be for surface designs, fabrics for interiors, and all that as well. So then sustainable fabrics and all that. So they are able to work on these things. In all these three courses, also fashion costume design, fashion design, and textile design, the students will need a portfolio. They can come with fashion portfolios or related portfolios, wherein we can understand if they can get into the course. Then we have creative media production, which is a course for students who are able to come from the film industry, and they want to advance themselves in technology, or they want to understand to work on different type of video cameras, and then work on different type of scene designs, and then they also are able to apply new technology, like they are able to work on generative sound designs, linear, non-linear audio visual production techniques, x reality, visual reality, generative AI, and computer human interaction, coding, creative coding, and all that. So they are able to create a lot of effects with technology in their filmmaking. So this is again a 2 years of study, and portfolio is required here. Yes. Then we have one more course, which was introduced newly last year, digital and live performances. Now, what happens here is something that was already happening in the bachelor's in set design, but to an advanced level, because here they include dramatography, then body movement and technology and sound design. So they create a little more better, approach towards studying and ideating the major big complex projects. So, but this is including a lot of technology in their study. And this is, again, we will need some good portfolio here. Even filmmaking students can come and study this course. Visual arts and curatorial studies is all about students who might be coming from fine arts, wherein they are able to work on exhibits and visual cultures, and they are able to curate different type of installations, and able to create with technology, with the traditional way of visual art and all that. Very interesting program, because nowadays, visual art or curation has become very popular, or you can say very uh, common in many parts of the world, including India. Like if we go to our very own international airports, there is a lot of installations which are created, and artwork which is created, which add on to the styling of that space. So visual arts helps in working on those type of expressive installations and curations. So that's the course. That's all for the postgraduate 2 year programs. Jumping onto the academic masters, which we also call 1 year masters. Uh, Now, these courses are game changers also, because many a times the students who may not be from the background will be still able to move into the course. Like which is irrespective of the 2 year masters, where you need to be at least in the relevant course and provide the relevant portfolio, except for social design, wherein we are able to understand that they can be taken in or not. Creative advertising can be taken by even non-design students, because many a times they are able to work on design just unknowingly. It can be a project that they have done in college, or some campaign they might have created or something. So if they have done something that, so they can submit that as portfolio and apply for the course. They will be able to study professional creative advertising in different platforms, broadcasting, advertising, magazines, and all that, all television advertising as well. So the different type of medias help them to be in the industry and work very much with all the different AI and AR technology as well. So advertising can be a very much a game changer for many students who might be coming from BCom or BA also. But if they have a campaign or a project they've created, it helps for the portfolio. Many a times a student will say that I don't have a portfolio, but I need to get into advertising program. So we can provide them a task sheet to be completed, and that can be submitted as a portfolio. So I can share it in case there is such a case that you come across. Sustainable innovation communication is all about working with, say, CSR, which is called as uh, say corporate social responsibility, or ASG. The idea here is to create, the different sustainable developments and marketing strategies that can be in harmony with the ecosystem. Now, what can this course be? Now, if you will if you believe me and trust me, this course is one of the most profit generating course for, like, if there is a student who is done this course and hired by a company, they depend on him for their profits also. This course helps the companies to create different sustainable ways to generate their profits with the help of the people who are coming with this professional expertise. And they are able to also work on being in the industry for a long, long time. So these people work very closely with the stakeholders, and so they are able to design and plan communication systems in which the marketing and the strategy of further budgeting and all is very much in coordination with the current ecosystem and the economic systems. It's a very good course, and no portfolio is required here. Nothing. You can just get your BA or BCom students to go here. In fact, they rather going for a basic MBA or a basic just a commerce study. This can really, really be a game changer for them. So this is a very good course. We have it in the Milan and the Rome campus. Now, as I said, remember one thing: these courses are only offered for September intake. They are not offered in the spring intake. So in fall, in September, the students can go. Italian design. Now, Italian design is all about working on product design projects, wherein they are also basically the major part is working on industrial production and working on furnishings and also small appliances design. It's a very limited course, but it's very interesting. So but it doesn't give you an entire approach like product and service design, but it gives an approach towards creating small type of furnishings and appliances, which may be an important part of the industrial production. Then we have new urban design. New urban design is a course which can be now Italian design and new urban design both can be taken by interior design students also, and urban design and Italian design can also be taken by architectural students. Okay, so the portfolio can be normal, but this you need to have some portfolio here. Like a non-design student may find it difficult to get into these courses because they don't have the basic knowledge of design at all. So if someone is from B design, they can go ahead in these courses. New urban design, again, as I said, it's all about designing urban and township cities and smart technologies, integrated public transportations, and also developing specific projects under the urban design, purpose for the for the municipality and all that. So that's the major part of it. Now, there many a times, architecture students will ask you, I have already learned urban designing. So they would be actually referring to urban planning, wherein it's all about railways, laying out railway lines and sewage systems. This is not about that. Urban design is totally different. It's on top of that, like, basically on interactive systems and smart parking systems and smart township designs. Then we need a portfolio here, definitely, as I said. Okay, but here fashion digital marketing again can be taken by BCom students, BA students, BBA students. This is a very good course for students who want to get into e-commerce or who want to get into SEO management. They can be managers over there because they will be able to work on creating specific contents and strategies for fashion and lifestyle brands. The idea here is to work on marketing, communication, and culture to create, market for the different brands online and offline both. Okay, so the students are able to work with different industries again here and brand them in the luxury market. Now, many a times you might be getting students who are telling, I want to do luxury brand management. You might be able to offer luxury brand management to the students in all the different universities because almost everyone is offering that. But if you notice, Naba is not offering that because we don't want to offer anything which the student can do anywhere else also. We are trying to make sure that the students are able to come to us and get some more skills which makes them stand apart from what the other students may have and be able to get into the job industry easily. Now, fashion digital marketing will be the course that can help them with that. Like if the management will not help them with creating content or working on SEO management or e-commerce development and management, this will do. So, and if you also notice, the market or the industry is having a high demand for digital marketing. So, this will be a really, really game changer. You don't need a portfolio, but you get into the industry and you really are able to be into the major, communication industry of the fashion trends and brands. Then we have sneaker design. Guys, I've added this immediately and it was not there in the list. Sneaker design is basically for students, again, for fashion students who may want to get into accessory designs. And they learn the basics of accessory design here. And they will also learn to work on the prototyping of, different sneakers. That can be, a demand in the targeted industries and in the companies and in the current trends. So the students are also able to understand the different methodologies to create it, the methods, the tools, and the materials and the machines that may be required to create the sneakers. So it's a very good and interesting course for students who may be coming from say fashion design or product design or accessory design and join this course. At the postgraduate level, it's a 1 year master's. It's a very, very beautiful course which is created from fashion design. It's born from that. It's a 1 year specialization in sneaker design. And then I also want to give you the news after a few slides about some other courses also, which are not officially on the website but are soon coming up. So we have this one course which is called as Business Law for the Fashion System. It's an online course and with 1 week of presence in the Milan campus at the end. Now, this is actually, very easy to be sold because it has on-demand and live lessons, and it is in collaboration with Unini need to know university. So they have an e-learning platform, and this the students have recorded lectures and live sessions with the faculties as well. This We are getting this lot of students for this course coming from the law background, who are lawyers and who have done law studies, and they want to have an added advantage to work on the for the fashion brands, because of the aspects of different type of ethical fashion and working and all that. So it's a very, very interesting course. And again, we are getting full 60 credits for this course. Then we have one course for usual students, who this is a normal course on campus, offline. It's called Screenwriting for Series. This is in the Rome campus only. The idea again is because we are very close to the cinema industry, and this course is for students who are into script writing, who are also into content writing and move ahead to create narratives and stories for the web series or for the movies and theater. And also for students who may be coming from a background of English literature and want to work into different type of development of projects that can be helping them to get into the theater industry they want to get into. So it's a 1 year course again. So we need some content writing or some script or something as part of the portfolio. Art and ecology is all about exterior designs, landscape designing, but with an artistic approach. So the students are able to also understand biodiversity, sustainability, to understand how to create the exteriors, which are now become high in demand in many parts of the projects. With the major, say, hotel industries, hospitality, projects and luxury projects in housing and all that. So they take care of all the greenery and the creativity that can be done outside of the exteriors to beautify the exteriors of a space. Then you can very much say it's all in simple words is landscape designing. We need some portfolio here, and we can take fine arts students. We can also take architectural students who would like to go here. Contemporary arts market, I would not want you to worry about this course, because to tell you the fact, we don't have an industry for this in India. So you don't worry about this course. I will be, easily able to say that. So I'll just skip this course. Photography and visual design, yes, this is a very, very good course. You really don't need a background here. Students can come from different approaches if they have a collection of photography, shoots or something that they have done, and they put together showing they have very good skills in photography, though they have not professionally studied it, but can still join this course, because here they will learn how to handle lenses, how to work on different type of photographies for fashion, for architecture, for magazines, for galleries, and all that. And they will be able to become professional photographers, and they will also be learning different softwares to use during their projects, like graphics and visual developments and everything. So this is a 1 year course. And like, for example, we got a student who was a makeup artist, and he was able to go for this course with his the collection that he had created from different shoots and fashion collections. So these are the courses. And then, as I was telling you, like sneaker design, which is already officially announced, but these are two unofficial announced courses in the 1 year masters. We have 1 year only on interior design course, which is not there in the list with us. And we have a 1 year brand management course. We are thinking of the brand management course, maybe the name may be changed because it's still unofficial, but I wanted to share this information. Definitely, it's all about luxury branding or design branding and management and all that. So you can always start working on the students with this. We will be soon giving you the information of the courses by November. So by November, we will be updating all the information regarding these two courses as well. And then we have our research degrees, which are artistic practices and PhDs. So we can just skip that. Other programs, as I said, we have semester abroad programs, summer courses. The details of this can be sent to you later on. Then we have a foundation course and a gap year. As I said, foundation is optional. Uh, there are 3 to 4, I think 2 or 3 major reasons that the foundation can be taken. One, if the student really wants to take it, I'm not sure, I want to do a foundation because I'm not sure which is my design pathway. Secondly, the student is very, very sure they don't have the portfolio and they need to understand design in every aspect because foundation teaches them every aspect of design. They should go. Third, if there is a student coming from Cambridge and they have only 2 A levels, because we require minimum 3 A levels in the undergraduate study, they have to do a foundation to get their 1 A level covered. So these are the 3 major reasons I should try to see if the student wants to go for a foundation. Now, gap year program. Gap year program is nothing but a certificate study in design. Now, if you remember, I told you, remember the point about the specializations that we are, no, the first year in every undergraduate study from second year is the specialization. And the first year is the fundamental foundation basics that are covered for every study. So that fundamental first year is also exactly a certificate converted into a certificate in this gap year program. So what happens is the student learns every aspect of design for that particular topic. So how many, whatever undergraduates that we have, those are the exact list of certificates that are available in the gap year program. So that the exact curriculum of the first year of study will be covered in this certificate of the course. So it's a 1 year certificate. If there are students who want to go for certificate, there are no credits in this course. So it will just be a certificate course. No stay back, nothing. Even the foundation is a certificate course. These are just Erasmus and international exchanges. Overall, what all we understood about Naba being in Milan and Rome, working with different collaborations, companies, multidisciplinary approach. We are able to work with the renowned faculties and professionals from the industries. That's one important thing. We have get a degree from the Ministry of Italian Education, and we are QS ranked. So these are important points, of course, USPs, but there are more other points that you might find important. Industry and career, we are highly connected with different industries and we create design marathons, talent harbor days. You must have seen this in the campus tour also, which the video I saw that you are working on the design marathons, talent harbor days, and we have our online platform called Naba Simplicity also, which is for our students to get recruited with companies. So this is how we are helping our students to be placed for internships and for different jobs also. A few companies that are majorly with us, we are very proud. Actually, we are working with Bulgaria as well. So that's there. Our success stories with different students. Definitely, there are more Indian students as well. I'm just taking you into our tuition fees part. The tuition fees is for the bachelor's, each academic year is 20,600 euros. Okay, don't get confused with the dot and the comma because the European style of writing is reverse. They put a dot first and the comma behind. So, but it is 20,600 euros per academic year, and it can be subject to change based on the upcoming tuition fees that will be announced by November for 2025 October. The Master of Arts program, that are the 2 year masters, is also 20,600 euros. This is again subject to change for the 2025. And the 1 year masters, which is it's the wrong title, but it's a 1 year masters, academic masters, is 22,000 euros. Okay, so this is the academic masters that you're seeing in gray. It's a 1 year master's degree. The 1 year master's degree is 22,000 euros, again subject to change for the upcoming September intake. So that's the payment plan. If you all have noted this down, I will go ahead.
Yes,
Perfect. Admission requirements. Basically, apart from other documents which we usually need, like the SOP and the application form, the copy of the passport. The important part for 12 for undergraduate is that they should have completed minimum 12 years of school attendance, and in either in IB or CBSE or ISC and state board. Any type of, also very important, many universities don't accept distance learning or open schooling. We do accept open schooling applications. If a student has done open schooling and all, we are able to accept. So you can make them students apply. Language requirements can be IELTS 5.0 overall, TOEFL 45 or PT academic is accepted. If the student is able to provide us with a letter, MOI, it's called a medium of instruction letter from their education institute where they have previously completed, like in high school and all that, they can provide them with this letter that they have successfully completed their studies in English medium. The entire instruction and assessment was in English medium. We can waive off or exempt them from the language testing part of IELTS or TOEFL. They don't have to provide us any of the tests then. Uh, so this goes for the undergraduate students. For the postgraduate students, um, the entry into the eligibility for the criteria can vary from different backgrounds. So we have to be considering case to case, considering the educational qualification and the technical skills that the student has, or the development skills that the student has. For example, if a student is coming from a background of BCom, okay, 3 years of BCom, and has done a 3 years of diploma in interior design. So we would be able to take them. But I will have to give you one important information in the end about the eligibility criteria for the postgraduate programs, which no one may give you, but it's very important and generally will help you with other colleges also. Um, Now, for example, we have postgraduate 2 years and we have 1 year postgraduate also at Naba. When we talk about the 2 year postgraduate, where the 120 credits are given, the students who are coming with a background of 4 years undergraduate studies, like NIF students or NID students or computer science students or architectural students who have 5 years or something, that they are fully eligible to go ahead with the 2 year postgraduate programs, because it's a title, it's a MA title. So that in the future it can allow you to a PhD. So it's quite something, you are getting into a title. So you need to have earning credits out of minimum 160, which is only given in 4 year courses in India. Now there are also BSc special honorary honors courses. So over there also we are able to allow them to get into the MA programs. But BCom students, like which I told you, one profile, but having a diploma in interior design, cannot go for the MA title courses, because their credits are out of 120, which is not enough. So they should be at least having credits out of 160 so that they are eligible to go ahead. So BCom students who may have a title in B commerce, because it's a general B commerce, so they don't have the specialization here. It's not an honors, so they can be only considered as a general BCom. And however, if they have as I said, if they have a diploma beside it of design, anything in design, graphic design, interior design, fashion, or anything, that is the skills from there. Like the portfolio can be developed from there, and their BCom title can allow them to go into 1 year master's degree. So the 1 year courses can be pitched to the BCom students. For example, with a BCom student who doesn't have any portfolio, any design skills, can always be suggested sustainable innovation communication as a switch into the career. But if a student with also an additional design skills can use Italian design, they can get into the interior design course. Brand management will not require a portfolio. So again, brand management can be a course. So, photography, creative advertising, these can be the courses like, urban design or can be also one of the courses. So the students can use the 1 year courses as their further studies. Also, because of this situation, now India has changed into the new education policy where everything will be minimum 4 years and the bachelor's level. So this situation is going to change, but still there are new batches who will be only able to do that. Until then, we are in the situation where there will be a lot of students coming from such profiles like they've done a general BCom or a BA and have a diploma or something or a certificate in design courses. So we can always suggest them to go for the 1 year masters. Okay. And then the language skills remain the same. And again, the MOI can be provided for exemption from the language testing. So this is what it will be as apart from the SOP. In postgraduate programs, we also require a resume and all the academic documents. That will be as usual required in everywhere. So I didn't want to add that because this is something very basic.